Yo, what is going on, guys? Winter Kills here, and welcome back to a brand new locals feature match. Here we are in round 3 for the week. I think this is from, this is from February 11th locals. So just finishing up, not last weekend, but the week prior to that. Then we'll be on to last weekend, which would be the 18th. And then I should have some 2015 format feature matches for you guys because my locals will be hosting a Time Wizard format. And I figured I'd stick around and record that and upload feature matches from that, and even some Saturday night local stuff as well, just kind of switch things up a little bit, since I don't think I've ever uploaded like Time Wizard format stuff. So, and it's also, I feel like most people could agree, probably a little bit more interesting to watch than seeing Kashtira lock down all of your zones, and the other player basically praying that they draw Nibiru. So either way, we're going to see Kashtira get started on the left, activating the Pressured Planet. Wraithos? I don't know how to pronounce it. Pressured Planet. And then we're going to see him special summon Unicorn. Attempt to activate Unicorn effect. It will try to get Ashed, and a cross-out designator will be chain in response, banishing an Ash Blossom from the deck. I don't believe cross-out... Does cross-out banish the opponents? I know it banishes one from deck. I can't remember. It's been such a long time since I've seen anybody resolve cross-out designator. I don't even know what... I know it stops the name of the card that you banish. I don't know if it banishes the other one like it does call by. But either way, regardless, we're going to see him go ahead and use Theosis to bring out the Fenrir. Fenrir effect go ahead and had Kashtira Rise Heart. And then we're going to see him overlay into the Kashtira Shangra Era. And then special summon Rise Heart. And I believe Rise Heart is the one that banishes one from deck. I know all these cards are very popular right now. I mean, most people dislike them, but, you know, pretty commonly played. I still don't really know what some of them do. So we're going to see him use the Kashtira Rise Heart. And that is going to go ahead and banish a Kashtira card from the deck except itself. And you can banish the top 3 cards of the opponent's deck face down. And if you do banish any, this card's level becomes 7. So it will become a level 7. And then they'll proc the Shangra Era, I believe, since cards were banished to lock down an opponent's zone. And for the longest time, I didn't realize this card could lock down like spell and trap zones as well, but it can, which is just interesting. And we're going to see him Ixie's change for the Kashtira Arise Heart. Despite this card having a pretty crazy effect, I think the artwork on it kind of goes hard and it looks crazy as a Starlight. We're going to see him slam down Nibiru the Primal Being before he can go any further into locking down more zones. And I figure I'd throw in a little edit every time somebody uses Nibiru. Especially this format, when a card like that carries a lot of weight against a deck like Kashtira. Now, some people might say Kashtira is a bad deck because, you know, it loses to, you know, Book of Eclipse. You can't use Dark Ruler no more, actually, because, you know, Shangra Era is a lingering effect. It's like Dweller. Like if Dweller's already resolved and you Dark Rule it in your main phase, like your graveyard's still turned off. The same concept. So Dark Rule actually doesn't do anything to the board. Seen something like Book of Moon, Book of Eclipse. Nibiru ideally is probably one of the better cards to deal with the board, especially if timed right. Looks like all he'll be ending on is just a Fenrir. But yeah, these are all unsearchable cards, so it's just kind of like your deck. The deck you're playing either has an engine that needs one zone, because I think most of the times it can end up so you have like one zone to work with, which is kind of insane. I think we saw that at like the YCS Vegas feature match of Dominic Couch actually just denying his opponent the ability to play the game whatsoever, which is kind of crazy. But you have to draw these crazy unsearchable board breakers, hand traps to be able to deal with the board, or unless your engine is just built different, you're probably not dealing with that end board because you have like no zones. You're also macrocosmos. It's just absurd. So we're gonna go ahead and see him special summon Wandering Griffin Rider, and on a new chain he would have the opportunity to proc Fenrir, but it looks like he's not going to do that. We're gonna see him normal summon Nimble Angler and link off the Angler and the Griffin Rider into Spright Sprind. Sprind effect will end up another Nimble Angler. Angler effect will resolve here, actually. Going ahead and bring out 2 copies of the Nimble Beaver. And we're going to see a Nibiru right back. wiping the entire field before he can go any further into his combo. I mean, arguably you could say maybe let him commit to Gigantic first, like get a Gigantic out of his extra deck. And then on Summon a Gigantic, you drop the Nibiru. But I mean, both players Nibiru carrying plenty of weight here. Each player offering the other the opportunity to cut their deck. We'll see our Kashtira player draw for turn. Birth still hanging around on the field is obviously very, very strong going into this next turn. We'll see it be used here to revive a copy of Unicorn. Unicorn effect. Looks like all our Spright player has in hand is that a copy of Fateful Venture. Very unfortunate. So we will see him admit defeat there. And we will head into Game 2. Also, reminder real quick to subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Trying to hit 30,000 subscribers as soon as possible. Hopefully by the end of the year. But either way, appreciate it in advance if you've subscribed already, or if you haven't subscribed yet and you are subscribing now, appreciate it. Definitely does help out a lot. Also, leave a like on the video or turn on the notification bell if you want to get notified when I post future videos. So we're going to see in Game 2 here, Spright opting to go first. We'll see what I can assume is probably a standby phase D-shifter to play around something like Talents. There's probably no reason to do it in the main phase. So definitely a standby phase there, or draw phase even. Dimension Shifter. Normal summoning Nimble Beaver. Activating its effect, go ahead and bring out a Nimble monster from the deck. And this is probably one of the better openings. I mean, the graveyard being turned off for Spright has never really been a big deal. It just really it really depends on the opening that you have and the type of build that you're playing. I suppose back when Swap Frog was a lot more popular before Elf got banned, right? You know, Shifter could hurt a little bit more if you started with that because you wanted the Swap Frogs engraved. Obviously, Spright is kind of turned off for the most part because, you know, you can't dump a Nimble Angler to the grave to proc its effect because obviously D-Shifter. But opening a hand like this is just a simple way to get a Gigantic, or even having something like Starter, which we see him have here, is going to go ahead and bring out Jet. And Jet is going, well, he's going to summon Jet rather. Activate Starter. Starter will bring out Blue. And Blue will go ahead and probably search him, yeah, red or carrot there. Going to go for the red. And Nibiru again. Since he did imperm the Gigantic, Nibiru is going to come crashing down a third time for this video. And we'll see if he has any recovery options here after that. He has committed his normal summon. Starter has already been exhausted. Really not much left in the extender pool for that deck. Unless he had, like, Swap Water, but I'm not sure if Swap's text says it needs to hit, like the card is discarded needs to hit the grave. Can't remember offhand, but that'd probably be the only feasible way he keeps going. We're going to go ahead and see him use a Pot of Prosperity to start his turn. Banishing 6 most likely. We'll see him reveal another D-Shifter, a Pressured Planet, Evenly Matched, Ash Blossom, Imperm, and a copy of Kashtira Theosis. See which copy he's going to go for. Going to go for the Pressured Planet. And things looking pretty good here for Kashtira. See him activate Pressured Planet. That will resolve. Gotta love to see that. I know all the planet cards have some kind of secondary effect outside of searching. Kashtira Shangri-Ira control activates an effect. You can target one card in the field, destroy. Okay, so that's the other effect. So I know like Primitive Planet for like the Scareclaw stuff has like a way to pop cards if things are in defense position, something along those lines. And obviously, you know, Primitive Planet or Primeval Planet, Pearl Rhino. Obviously, Aqua getting shuffled back in. And as they continue to play out this turn here, quick reminder to check out my affiliate link to TCG Player down in the description. Anytime you guys shop and check out using that link, a small bit of the revenue from your purchase will go right back in the channel and helps out a ton. So we're going to see him go for Rise Heart. And then we're going to see him normal summon the Rise Heart, activate the effect, and banish top 3 cards off the opponent's deck. And we're going to see him banish a Unicorn from the deck. So now Rise Heart is level 7. And we're just going to see him pass turn there. Nibiru token might be a little too big to get over. We're just going to see him, yeah, just pass turn there. Normal summon Nimble Angler. Special summon Beaver, or Red, rather. Not special summoning Beaver. Special summoning Spright Red. And nothing on resolution. I'm surprised he didn't overlay for the Arise Heart to get the macro type effect going. Well, in order to do that, you need to successfully activate Kashtira Shangri-La. Okay, so that I was not aware of, so now it makes more sense. So we're just going to see him turn the Nibiru token into attack. And Planet, Pressured Planet also has another effect, because, you know, gotta have at least 3 effects to be a good field spell nowadays. I believe the attack of all Kashtira monsters is modified by all the different attributes on the field, so 100 for each attribute. So Rise Heart is gaining a couple hundred attack there from the field spell. We're going to see him go into the Soul Sweeper Onibimaru, activating its effect, detaching Red. And you can go ahead and banish one of the opponent's monsters until the end of their next turn. And you will go ahead and get rid of the Rise Heart. Well, the Rise Heart, not a Rise Heart, that's the Xyz. And then we'll see him go into the battle phase here. The Nibiru token swinging over his opponent's Nibiru. And then Soul Sweeper swinging in for a little bit of damage. And we'll probably see a Zeus here. Yep, so summoning Zeus over top of the Soul Sweeper. And looks like he'll just go ahead and pass turn there. And we're just going to go ahead and see our Kashtira player admit defeat. It looked like they were in a pretty good position after resolving that Nibiru, but just doesn't seem like they could get enough going there. And we are onto a Game 3 situation. Reminder, guys, check out Imperium Duelist if you haven't already either. I do have a discount code through them, Winter Kills 10 off. Anytime you guys, check out. Don't forget to use that discount code. It'll save 10% off your entire order and support the channel. They do have, I think, new mats, binders, and deck boxes out right now. Very, very cool stuff. Definitely go check it out if you haven't already. Link to the site below. So we're going to see Kashtira go first in Game 3 here, starting with D-Shifter, setting a card, and passing, so opening up very, very poorly. And we're going to see our Spright player just start with the Nimble Beaver, bringing out the Nimble Angler. And we'll probably see him just go for Gigantic. Probably would be the safest route. That way you don't have to worry about Nibiru. But it looks like he'll have Ash for the Gigantic. Which, yeah, I was going to say, the Angler should not be detached, since Gigantic does not detach for cost. One of the very few Xyz monsters that does that. Then we're going to see him special summon Spright Jet. And that's actually going to get hit with a Solemn Judgment of all things. Which I guess makes sense. Keeps him off a starter. Kind of denies the combo going any further. So we'll just see him go into the battle phase with the Gigantic and swing in for 16 and pass turn there. Draws Ash Blossom for turn. Not really what you want to see. This is one of those crossroads we have to decide. You have so low life points. Do you want to set the Ash or do you want to hold it for interruption? And he's just banking his opponent, not drawing a strong enough normal summon. He does have Swap Frog there, and that is going to signal the end of the game. So we will see Nimble Spright take it 2-1 over Kashtira. And yeah, last but not least, a big shout out goes to our current Divine level channel members, who are ponies are Cadillacs 84, H8 Cyber, and Mizfid. Thank you guys so much as always for your very kind and extremely generous support of this channel.